You there? You there?
Welcome to Vibe One. What's up? What's up? What's up?
How dare you? How dare you?
And only.
Hold up.
Liane in the building. What's up, Lee?
All the way from Vegas. What's up, girl?
Hey.
Jesus, man, it's been a long weekend.
Why can I hear the echo now?
You can hear echo, you say?
Okay, wait, I think we good. Hey.
What's up, J.Versez?
I can't believe.
Your mic up a little bit.
I can't believe there was no wait time for the best, the star of the show. That's kind of messed up.
Listen, you need to learn how to set your alarm and wake up earlier because we ain't got time to waste.
Well, actually, nobody contacted me, so. Ooh.
Bro, how many times have you seen the start time?
Well,
Liane, how y'all doing today though? What's going down? It's Tuesday, huh?
It sure is.
I'm digging the spaceship glasses.
It's a bright and beautiful day.
I appreciate it. Versus you leveled up a little bit. Your volume.
I mean, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. You're loud.
So I'm too loud?
Yes, sir.
I mean, how many times? I'm adjusted now. How's that? No, yes, no.
There you go, right there. That's it.
That's good.
Welcome to Vibe One. Yes, welcome to Vibe One. We have a special guest joining us. Well, you know what? This is a family member. It's a family member. One of the Vibe team's own, the one and only marketing. You know what? This. How many titles do you have, Liane?
Right.
What are your titles? You introduce yourself. Introduce yourself.
I'm the one-stop shop. I do it all. Network marketing, PR, promotions, artist relations, shoot, you name it, I do it.
Well, welcome to the show.
We
appreciate you.
The director of the Vibe show.
We appreciate you joining the cast tonight. We got some pretty juicy topics to cover tonight. Versus, you got that update, got that news update for us, brother?
What is there? There ain't nothing going on. I told y'all that. There's nothing really going on. You know,
what you mean there is nothing going on? We got the NBA All-Star.
Who cares about the NBA right now?
Bro, you don't
care about the NBA.
They still holding that?
I know, right?
Nobody cares about the NBA right now.
Listen, just because you don't hoop doesn't mean that other people don't like it.
Okay, but like it's the same freaking. What else to say? Okay, LeBron James, Anthony Davis, Bradley Beal, because he been killing it. Who else? Like the same people. It's the same people, the same guys, the same thing during COVID. Is going to be the most unattended All-Star game to ever happen in All-Star game history because nobody can go. So. Well, that it takes the All-Star weekend out of the it literally takes.
You ain't never lying, boy.
We don't have no celebrities ain't gonna be there. I highly doubt the celebrity game is gonna happen. If it does, nobody's really gonna watch that. You know, because nobody.
What a Debbie Downer.
No, it's just the truth. There's really nothing. There's only two things people want to talk about: is politics, racial stuff, and vaccinations. If it ain't them three things, people really don't care.
You ain't never lied. Liane, what's happening out there in Vegas, though? Liane? Hello, Liane.
I can't see y'all. Can y'all see me?
Yes, we can.
Yes.
My thing is not working.
Then we have some technical difficulties on the inside.
See what happens in Vegas? They get that, all them gamblers going out there. That's what happens.
That's what it is.
Yeah, Phoenix is popping. We, about to hit 80 degrees. So I'm sorry for all the cold, weather states, but yes, that's exactly why I live here.
I see. Liane, are you in the building? She looking like what's going on?
This is not good. I don't know. Y'all sound like muted robots.
Oh no!
This shit is crazy.
We having some technical difficulties.
I don't know what's going on.
Damn it.
You might have to try on your phone, girl. That's what I had to do one time.
But as far as sports, though, the most important thing, though, right now, as far as sports goes, is UFC 259. My boy Israel Adesanya super fight is happening. It's about to be hands thrown against Jan Blachowicz. That's right there for any of my MMA fans out there. That's a big one. I'm a Izzy Stan. I'm an Izzy Stan, man. Nigerian beast right there.
So how is that different from regular sports when there's no fans in the stands?
Oh, good question.
Well, the UFC is the one that inspired the NBA, NFL, all other sports to actually move forward, because they were the first ones to do a bubble. It wasn't the NBA. They were the first ones to start holding unattended fights. The first one was in Vegas last year, not Vegas, but Florida last year. But then they moved it to Abu Dhabi, and they called it Fight Island, where they would fly out their fighters, and they would it's just a bubble, and the fighters come in, and they do their fights then. But slowly now they're letting fans in. Yeah, they were the first ones to do it, because while everybody else was like, shut it down, this, that, the UFC was like, look, man, like, people want to fight. And they caught a lot of flack for that. Like a lot of people were like, what, are you crazy? It's a pandemic. Why are you trying to hold sporting event right now? They said, no, like, we have fighters, we want to keep things going. So they were the first to do it. And then everybody else followed suit in sports, but the UFC was the first to do it. But because it's also very unique, because you watch basketball, it feels a little empty, right? You don't feel the same without the crowd.
But you get those virtual fans, and I know it's not the exact same thing, but
fighting is a totally different. It's just two. And the fans are irrelevant, really. It's what the action that's happening in the ring or that octagon, you know what I'm saying? That it's still engaging, but that's what makes it different. It's more engaging because it's more of a combat sport thing rather than just 5 guys or 11 guys on the field, just throwing a ball around.
You know what I'm wondering? I'm wondering if they just gonna try to make everything pay per view.
Nah.
Only
fighting can do that. Only fight sports can do that.
Yeah,
they could never. They could never.
Wasn't it your state that said masks can be lifted starting March?
Yeah, they wilding out there. They finna lift everything. Y'all lifting everything.
Wild West out there.
Oh, who?
He said I didn't get that memo.
They lifting everything. Y'all going back to 100%, brother.
Yeah.
It's a libertarian state, man.
I feel sorry for y'all.
Well,
I mean,
get ready. You and everybody else.
Hey,
have to adjust.
Hey, this guy is gonna be right here in the house. I don't care. I don't care what they doing. I'm still in the house. I'm still gonna be out with my mask. Everybody else can catch the Rona, but but Texas is the first. It's not. Everybody else is about to start opening up 100%. So it's
Liane.
I'm here. Can you hear me now?
Oh my God. Thank you,
My
Jesus. Thank
bad.
you. All right, man. Wow.
I'm not savvy on the electronic side of shit, so my bad.
I got you. I got you. I got you. I mean,
Hopefully we can roll with this.
we was
I don't know.
asking
It's still a delay, but we gonna roll with it.
I was asking you what's happening in out there in Vegas. How's everything out there?
Everything out here is good. As long as y'all can hear me, we gonna roll with this. Everything out here is good. It's 75 degrees out here. It's sunny. You know, the sun is shining.
Man,
It is what it is. I'm happy.
Y'all getting all that good weather, man. We getting hammered with all type of stuff, man. One day it's snowing.
Man,
You know, next day it's
I can't do
raining.
it.
It's just crazy.
Oh yeah, it's pretty insane out here.
Yeah, I can't do that.
It's pretty crazy.
That's too bad, man.
That good old South, but
Let's
yeah.
let's go on and dive into it. Now I wanted to talk a little bit about the importance of mental health and the importance of daily meditation, meditating on a daily basis. I know, Liane, you real big on mental health and really big on daily meditation. You really got me into it more and working on getting more in tune with thine self. Can we talk about the importance of it a little bit though?
Yeah.
Oh,
We lost her again. Well, I'll pick it up. You know what I'm saying? I'll pick it up. She's not the only one. You know, I'm big
Who has
on mental
expertise in this
health
field?
as well. You know, mental health is a very important thing. Actually, fun fact, America is like dead last when it comes to mental health and taking care of its population's mental health and putting that in the forefront. And that's why you have a lot of people in America whose mental health is just like when this pandemic hit and everybody had to go inside, everybody freaking losing their mind. You know, they losing their mind. But that's just the surface of it. But she's back. She's back. I'm gonna let her. You know what I'm saying? Take over.
This is crazy. This connection thing is really crazy. I don't get it. But we need to meditate on this right now, for real. I need the universe to work with me right now. Nothing is working. What were we talking about? Mental health, meditation?
Yeah, meditation and mental health, the importance of it on a daily basis.
Well, daily meditation is definitely a must. I don't start my days without daily meditation. Period. Begin with my morning affirmation and basically just manifest everything that I want into the universe before I even begin my day. That's me.
You
so
think that
as far as mental health is real. It all starts with self. It begins with self. Once you get right with self, then
Man, we just keep losing them.
it's gonna boost more?
Some kind of storm. I don't know.
I keep telling people.
I'll just, be raw and real with you. Mental health is something that's extremely deep into my heart and to my soul. I grew up in an abusive childhood. My father had manic depression his entire life. And, at any moment in time, he would just pop off. So for me, we really had to learn how to cope with it, but also at the same time, how do we stay intact as individuals, as young girls? It was my sister and I and my mom, and it was a lot of counseling, a lot of processing and not understanding kind of the reality of what was happening. At times you witness things or you see things, and it's a lot to soak in. So mental health is something that a lot of people tend to have pride with and shy away from, because no one wants to be diagnosed with depression. Nobody wants to be diagnosed with PTSD. Nobody wants to be diagnosed with, mental health issues. But the reality is it exists. It can go from, very, low state of mind to extreme, like my father, where every day we were in danger of, being, abused, killed, whatever. And so, yeah, it was a very, very rough childhood. But I think for me, I was I have a lot of patience when it comes to interacting with people, because that is one topic that if I see someone in a depression, or if I see someone if they're not, right state of mind, I will go above and beyond to make sure that that person is doing well, because it's not easy
Right.
to say, you're not doing okay. So I think COVID brought out a huge wave of depression, where people were initially probably okay staying at home, saying, "Oh my God, I don't have to commute. I don't have to go to, X, Y, and Z." And then the reality sunk in. You have this fear of going outside. You have this fear of interacting with people.
Right.
And you have different norms that you have to adjust to. But at the same token, people who are not used to staying at home, and when things close down, like the gym or the library or other things that you normally go to for outlets, it creates kind of this chaos in your own mind, in your own head, and you have to try different techniques to overcome that depression. I think COVID has really impacted so many people when they didn't think that it would. I was in a small depression, with COVID, and that is something that I'm proud to say it happens to everybody. So don't be prideful. If you're feeling low, if you need help, definitely reach out, because depression and mental health is something that really, really needs to be addressed.
I agree. I very do agree. Especially in the Black community. I've seen very weird reactions to people in the Black community when it comes to addressing that somebody like a family member might have some mental issues, as far as it could be anything of what, like bipolar disorder or anything like people. It's like, I don't know what it is, but Black people just don't want to admit that there are some mental issues and mental dysfunction a lot that is in the community. And then you have people that who, like, it's like we associate like therapists or going to therapy or saying you got a therapist, oh, that's that white people shit,
Right. It's perceived as being a weakness, if you go to counseling. And the sad thing about it is, you have so many people that are suppressing their emotions and telling themselves that they're okay, but deep down inside, they're cracking inside. They're trying to create that facade that everything's okay, but in reality, they're ready to crack at any moment in time. So
depression is not a good thing.
it's not. I mean, but it happens with a lot of races. And yes, I have heard that from a lot of, my African-American friends, that they don't say they're, into depression, or they, because they're not allowed to express their
We
emotions.
just taught to be so doggone strong, man. You know what I'm saying? It's like, when you think about everything that's endured, as minorities and people of color or whatever, man, we have to endure a lot.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? We have to endure a lot, in our personal lives, family. We have to endure a lot with, on these jobs. You know what I'm saying? It's just like we come in the world having to endure a lot, unless you just born with a silver spoon and your people got inheritance money, or you left with some money or something like that. But it's like, you already coming in the world, already having to battle.
Yep.
Everything is a battle. You know what I mean? Everything.
Yeah.
We gotta fight for everything.
Yeah.
So it's like, it's just we don't allow ourselves to really address a lot of things, and that's what supports the dysfunction that's in minority communities because we don't talk. Like we don't talk, especially when it comes to the old school. It's like, if you come from an old school family, those old school values, you know, you try to talk to your parent about maybe some things that bothered you or hurt you coming up as a kid. They ain't trying to hear it.
Right.
So you think that Fat says, shout out to Fat, Liane's back in the building. We're gonna get this thing right. Fat says sometimes you don't know you're depressed as well while moving through the motions.
That is so
That's
true.
a tool. Those are tools. Those are tools that need to be taught. Self-scanning. That's something that and just self-awareness. That's something that I just naturally had a gift for myself. So I know when I'm feeling something. When I'm feeling something, I know how to, because what I do is no matter what it is, I have to express it. I have to get it out. Because if I hold it, then it's going to build up and it's going to turn into something unhealthy for me. So whatever I feel, I have to express it. I have to I have to vent it. And that's what a lot of people don't do. They're not self-aware. A lot of people are just walking around on autopilot. A lot of people aren't self-aware or know themselves to the point to where you walk around with something and it kind of just comes out because you just shove that feeling down. You feel it, but then you shove it down and then you hold on to it, and then it turns into a different monster. And then that's when something called projection happens, where you going off on somebody, or you might be
flashing out on somebody. You're like, what the hell is wrong with you? You know what I mean? So do you think that we carry too much around inside because we don't really know how to release those energies?
Yeah, I mean, a part of it is denial. I don't think anybody wants to turn a depression or, they're struggling with something. You got to think about, it could be from finances, it could be from health, it could be, relationship situations, it could be family. There's so many different things that impact your, mental stability. But something that I have always been coached as a child is, after the 24 hours, you got to let it go, because if you allow it to consume and consume and consume, it's like you're building a snowball, and that snowball is eventually going to get bigger and bigger, and then you're, eventually going to burst, and people around you are going to, notice the changes within yourself. Your eating's going to be off, your sleeping's going to be off, the way that you interact with other people. So, as Liane had mentioned earlier, every morning, meditate, put yourself in the right mindset, start with positive affirmations, and then at nighttime reflect and ask yourself, what could you have done better? Did you have a bad day? If so, why? I encourage people to do journaling so that way they understand their emotions.
But what if you don't have somebody that you can confide in to talk to? Because a lot of times, you know what I mean, if you don't have somebody to talk to or whatever, because trying to talk to your parent, a lot of people don't really have those connections with their parents as well. You know what I'm saying? Like, my mom, was an educator or whatever, but my auntie, was, and I think my mom having kids and having me at a young age while, going to college, I spent a lot of time with my grandparents, my auntie. So my auntie became somebody that I could talk to, I felt I could talk to more. I could, more than my mom or whatever. But then, your mom, finish school and stuff like that or whatever, get things established on that end, and then come and get us. And so now we're back getting used to being around mama. You know what I'm saying? So, to me, it's a whole bunch of different variables that go into actually feeling comfortable with communicating feelings and emotions with people.
Right. And I mean, and part of it is too, sometimes you withhold it and you don't want to say anything because you're in fear of being judged by somebody else. I think the other thing too is that person trustworthy, they're relatable. Prime example, if let's say you're having marital issues, you're not going to go to a single person and ask them for advice because they can't relate, or someone who doesn't
But
have children.
9 times out of 10, the friend that you got is single. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, you know what I'm saying? It's like, that is true. It would be the more sound thing to go and talk to somebody who's married too, and they could give you some, but that don't always be the case all the time. You go to your people, they gonna be biased. You should have never mess with her, mess with him any damn way, or they got, they feelings towards the way. So to me, it's just like, it ain't the Cosby Show, man.
Right. But sometimes you got to think outside the box, and it's okay. Most workplaces have an EAP program, call them,
Everybody has trauma though.
Yeah, it is. It can be. I've definitely, reached out to that. There's a lot of community resources that are available. Most of them are free. Sometimes you just
utilize them.
Yeah, and exactly. There's resources out there.
Come on, Lee.
Yeah.
Man, let me just be blunt with all the bullshit and save y'all a whole lot of time and energy and which therapy and shit. You really have to be mindful of how you treat yourself emotionally. And you really have to be mindful of how you allow others to affect you emotionally. You understand when I say that? Mm-hmm. So everything begins with you. If you wake up in the morning, and I've used this with Kevin a million times, if you wake up in the morning and you like, I'm just feeling shitty, I'm gonna have a shitty ass day, then guess what? You're gonna have a shitty ass day because you set your vibration level so low, right? But if you get up feeling good, in love, and just like the sun is shining, it's beautiful, then you are going to attract that same energy. So I don't believe I've been depressed and all that shit. You have to become right with self in order to get through this whole thing. I don't go to nobody else for advice. That's the one thing I believe messes everything up, is involving other people. Period. Right. There's certain things that should be private. I don't get it. I don't understand the whole therapy shit. It's just, no. Get right with self. Protect your energy. I'm telling you, just be really mindful of what you allow around you.
I don't
you know what I'm saying?
So you saying that the shrinks and all these counselors and stuff, they coming up?
Well, that's one problem.
9 times out of 10, look, I've been in healthcare 22 years, right? So 9 times out of 10, I mean, there's some good people. They may give you some good advice for whatever it is. Me personally, it didn't work for me. It involved me personally having to get to know myself and get through things and understand that what I was going through at that point in time had to do with my energy and my levels and, mm-hmm. what I was allowing around me. So when I say I do me, and I attract good stuff now. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. It all begins with self. Period.
Yeah, it does. It's
period.
What I had said a little earlier. So a lot of people really lack a lot of self-awareness. But
yes.
I agree also. Yeah, people should take more responsibility for what they feel. But the problem is that with everybody, white, black, Chinese, Japanese, whatever the hell, a lot of people lack a certain trait, which is accountability. Mm-hmm. To be able to do that, you got to be accountable. But that's something that a lot of people, because the first thing that people do when something bad happens, they're looking to point the finger instead of self-reflect and look in the mirror and be like, okay, what did I do wrong, or what caused me to act or react? Because a lot of people are reactionary,
right?
So when people get accountability, then therefore that's the superpower that's going to allow you to be able to check yourself when you need to.
Well, that's just like in relationships. I mean, it's pretty much the same thing. It's like, people. I mean, nobody. Let's just be real, man. Nobody likes to have a light on. You know what I'm saying? Me personally, I've gotten to a place in my life where trying to point the finger, lying, trying to come up with a story and all that. That shit is that's a full-time job. I'm just saying,
Keep that shit 100.
Keep it going. You know what I'm saying? It's like when you get to a certain point in your life, you know what I mean? It's just like, you know, you gotta want to change, man. You know what I mean? You gotta want to change. You just get burnt out after a while. You just get burnt out with the bullshit.
I challenge you on that. Some people, you know, just stay stagnant because they don't know any other way. Some people have been abused their entire life, and so they might not realize they're in you know, a very abusive situation because it's just a common trait. For example, like if someone was verbally abusive, they might have a higher tolerance, or they might not have a tolerance at all because of what they've experienced. There's different coping mechanisms, you know, in relationships. So, you know, some people will leave. You know, some people will leave with, you know, verbal abuse. Some people won't, you know, and until it gets physical. It's unfortunate, but, you know, you at all costs have to protect your energy, make sure that you feel safe in whatever kind of environment, whether it's work, whether it's friendships, whether it's, you know, personal relationships. Like Liane said, it all goes back to you, but you also have to be cognizant. If someone's disturbing your peace and your energy, you have every right to address that, you know, individual and let them know how they're making you feel.
And we got to learn how to break these cycles too. These are cycles. These are things that we've been taught. You know what I'm saying? It's not necessarily things that we have to keep continuing to allow you know, keep attached to us for lifetime type shit. Like there's cycles. You know what I'm saying? Break that shit. We all come from under the same universe, if that makes any sense. You know what I'm saying? We're all given the same opportunities. So it just depends on how that person looks at their opportunities and what they're doing to get to where they need to get to, period.
Right.
Shout out to Shema Daniels, Mr. Lawton TV, Lee Cooper Jr. Appreciate y'all joining in on the chat.
What's good, Rebel?
That makes a lot of sense. But if we're talking about relationships, that's a whole different bag in itself. And when it comes to mental health, because what the love industry is, it's $1 billion industry, right? People are people will go to very great lengths. People have proven that they are willing to deny all self-love and self-care for the sake of feeling, you know, that love. And that opens you up to a whole bunch of manipulation, or you give away a lot of power, because there are people out here that are very, very desperate for some love, man.
I mean, the world ain't making it no better either, though. I mean, you know,
it all.
Go ahead.
It all begins with you, though. It's an expectation. You can't do right by nobody until you do right by self.
Very true.
You feel what I'm saying? So until you love yourself, you can't love nobody else. That relationship gonna be messed up. Ain't nobody gonna be writing that shit. It's gonna be all expectations, and that's what causes drama and the bullshit. And you know what I'm saying?
Okay, so let me ask you this, Lee. So now, because you know, when you're talking about relationships, it's a whole bunch of variables that could tie into that too. Because a lot of times too, you know, when you getting into a new situation or whatever, you know, you got to really have a clean slate, you know, because a lot of times
keep it 1,000.
That's what I'm saying. But a lot of times we bringing a lot of you bringing a lot of baggage over into a new situation. You know what I'm saying? When really you still hurting. So do you take the necessary time to really just heal all the way? Before you
got to take the time to do you 1,000. You got to take the time to do you 1,000% before you can go out there and be with anybody. Point blank, period.
Right.
I'm trying to tell you, until you are fully 1,000% in tune with self, you ain't gonna do right by nobody else. Period. Period. I've been by myself. Look, there's a reason why I'm by myself. Period.
So in the meantime, in between time, so you know, what do you? I mean, so you basically saying you take that path, to get yourself all the way together or whatever. And in the meantime, you dip and dab, or you just close all swimming pools, everything
I mean,
down,
you protect your energy at all costs. Period. I mean, you protect your energy at all costs. I mean, everybody got their friends, they got their people to get them through whatever it is, if that's what you're referring to. But
can we keep it a
but I'm saying though, when it comes to an actual commitment and that type of thing, you have to make sure just like having kids, you got to make sure you mentally prepared for things, period. You got to be right with self and period in order to do anything. I don't care.
But a lot of times when you don't have, or you're not growing up in that structure where you actually seeing some good structure, in place or whatever, you kind of just, as you get older, you kind of just, you know what I'm saying, kind of try to figure things out on your own. And then, in doing that, you might, you know what I mean, might slip off the diving board, and then you got
hopefully
in the world.
Hopefully, like we've 18. All been through, you learn from your experiences. Hopefully you learn from your experience.
Well, in an ideal world, yeah, you take the time to work on yourself. Ideally, but that ain't nothing.
Some people don't know how to.
People are just lonely. Yeah, I was about to say that. People are just lonely as hell. People don't know how to cope.
But people are settling out of comfort. They're just comfortable being in certain situations, and that's what causes drama. And you expect things out of that. You expect people to change, and that's when it all goes bad.
Right.
That's when it all goes bad. I mean, if you're gonna do it, do it. We've all done it. We've all been the dummies and settled down with the dummies. Like, I've learned my lesson. I won't do it again. Period. You know what I mean?
Well, I get that. I had to take my time. I had to take my time. I had to take my time out from.
It took me to after the age of 30 to figure it all out, for real. But I figured it out. So
everybody needs to take.
How do you know you with the right person though? Like, you know what I'm saying? Because everybody put the costumes on. Everybody put the costumes on.
It's the energy, and if there's red flags, then trust and believe. You better pay attention to it.
They selling energy too. Yeah, I think you could purchase that too. They selling the costumes. And they selling energy too.
You can't fake the vibe. You can't fake the energy. Not the energy that I'm on. You can't fake it.
You cannot fake genuine. You can't
put
on a pony show for like the first 2 months, but then eventually time, which is the ultimate tool that just pulls all that bullshit away. If you are not blind though, you got people who want to be blind. They'll see the flags and just be like, nah, it ain't that bad.
Exactly.
Honey, I'm so awoke to all the bullshit now. It's not even funny. I see right through it. So, for real.
Okay, I don't know if Kano can see through it.
So you getting them on up out of there? You running them on up out of there, or you know what I'm saying? I'm just trying to, just trying to get a full understanding. You know what I mean? Like,
I'm trying to figure out who all these people are supposed to be running out of.
I'm just saying, like, in order to be in Lee's world, you know what I'm saying? You got to be this. High vibe. I mean, you can't take somebody.
You gotta be real. You gotta be real 1,000% of the time, point blank. Period. Don't look. I see and hear everything. I'm like freaking Columbo.
Mr. Loudon say it ain't no such thing as the right person.
That's all.
There might be. I believe that there's a soul. Everybody has a soulmate. I don't care what nobody says. Everybody has a soulmate.
Well, I'm the youngest of the three of us up here, 4 of us up here. Excuse me. But I do have my own personal philosophies. I think I'm a wise person a little bit for my age. I just feel like when we're talking about right person, because we have diluted propaganda of what is the perfect person, right person for you. But my theory is if their pros outweigh the cons, to us, the cons, it's just little stuff to where, but because nobody's perfect. But if their pros definitely outweigh their cons, and these are things that aren't, as I say in the gaming world, game breaking, you know what I'm saying? If it can't break and it's just unexcusable, you can't deal with it. But if the pros outweigh the cons, that person is probably a good fit for you, especially if you have a vibe. Which that's what I tell everybody. Get somebody that just that you can vibe with. You vibe with, have a friendship with.
It's definitely a vibe.
Chemistry.
Yeah.
It's got to be a vibe, and those pros
goes
outweigh the
back
cons.
to-
And yeah, because nobody's gonna be perfect. That person's gonna piss you off. They're gonna
Yeah.
annoy you. They're gonna do something stupid, but that all can be fixed with the ultimate tool, which is communication.
Right. And it kind of goes back to, you gotta be right with yourself, because if you need a relationship to make yourself feel whole, you're choosing that relationship for the wrong reasons. You got to know who you are
Exactly.
and how that person's going to complement you. So if you are a mailman and you know what you need in the relationship, then, be real with it. If you don't are trying to impress a girl and you really don't have the funds, just be real with who you are. Don't try to drive something to impress somebody.
Well,
You're going to
we
get the wrong
living
You
in
don't
a
got the funds, you don't need
fake
to be
world
dating
right
nothing.
now. Everybody, well, I ain't gonna say everybody, but the majority faking the funk. Now, Lee Cooper Jr. said it's a mental connection, and everybody out here looking for a physical connection. Mental and spiritual connection is the key.
It is.
Absolutely. That's my boy Lily. I'm telling you.
So let me ask y'all this.
It's absolutely
double standard. So
Hold up.
He's like, I'm not ready for this conversation.
Hold on. I didn't know we were flipping. It
I'm
this
tying it all
early.
in.
Hey, look, because that topic, I gotta strap my seatbelt on first before we get into that. Okay, because that's a deep one. I thought that was the finisher, but I guess not.
Nah,
All right.
we own it right now. So you know what I'm saying. We need to get on it. I'm just saying double standard though. When
Hold
it comes
on,
down
let me strap up. Let me put my safety vest on. You know what I'm saying? Matter of fact, it's over here somewhere.
Lord.
Let me get my safety vest, because this is a very deep one right here. I guess you just gonna go big chested, huh? You gonna take the slugs? All right, dude.
I'm just
ready.
All right, get the bullets.
All right. So double standard. You know what I mean? Are men and women viewed the same? You know what I'm saying, when sleeping around? Because Lauren Harvey, she's catching a bad rap, right now, whatever, and then Boosie chimed in on that or whatever, and they had a lot of chicks that was blasting him too, like who are you to speak with 7 kids, talking about because her and Michael B. Jordan together or whatever. So she's viewed as being a hoe because she's been with Future. She's been, now she's with Michael B. Jordan. She's been with Diddy. She's been with all these different men or whatever, trying to find her happy median. And she's being criticized. And then Boosie was being criticized for what he said. So is there a double standard? Are women, do they get a bad rap for sleeping around when men, kind of doing the same thing?
Who wants to go first?
I'm not going in first, so y'all can go ahead.
Liane,
they absolutely do, but they absolutely do. We're absolutely not viewed the same as men being hoes, period, point blank. But let me tell you this though, when you grown, these things that we do behind closed doors should remain closed behind closed doors, and then we won't have these such issues no more. You understand what I'm saying? So
so
that's just my whole thing with this. People are too public with this shit.
I see what you're saying. Be a proper hoe. Don't tell nobody.
If you're gonna be a hoe, be a proper hoe. That's all I'm saying. Keep that shit where
But do you is it cool? I mean, because you exploring. How you supposed to get it right? How you supposed to know who you
What's
connected
your
with?
purpose? My whole thing is this. Look, my whole thing is this. What's your purpose in doing it? What's your purpose? Are you getting paid to do it? Are you doing it out of pleasure? What's the purpose in doing it? Me personally, I don't get down with multiple people at one time, but if somebody does, what's the purpose? That's my question. What are they doing it for?
Dr. Jacqueline,
Let's start there.
What is your input on this?
What do men do it for? Do men have a purpose when they do it?
I mean,
I'm just asking. It's a question.
Very good question. I mean, you know,
I wouldn't know. I'm a wholesome young man.
well, you know,
I'm a gentleman.
I have been in the battlefield,
slanging meats all over the place.
I have been in the battlefield before, and in war, in battling.
Man, you would just say pimp, man. You was pimp. You was pimping.
I can say that I loved women, and I feel like, you know, going to school, all this, you know, women have different types of women, man. You be attracted to different types of things. One chick might be cool, you know what I'm saying? Somebody that you cool, you hang out with, y'all can shoot pool, go bowl, and do all
you like variety.
One of the types, but then you got some of them who she's super smart. You gonna get with her to get your study in the end, and you know, it's a variety. I just liked it, a variety pack.
Variety.
I just liked the variety pack. You know what I'm saying? And I'm just saying, like,
Skittles pack.
You know, some might be a little bit more seasoned in the ring than others. You know what I'm saying? But you like the way.
So that's your purpose. That's your purpose, to find you're going through the varieties to find what you like. That's at least you have a purpose. You got a purpose.
It's not weird science. It's not like you can create the perfect woman. If we could do that, we all put ours together and go to the build a good man, good woman shop and build us one. I like this person, Liane, spiritual, this, that, and the other, whatever. She real, she raw. She gonna tell me, you know, shut the hell up, or when no, with other. And then Jacqueline, she's more this, that, and the other. She's it's so many different elements to this. This could go deep here.
Well, from the younger side of because, you know, all of this is really synonymous with people of my age. You know what I'm saying? Because as far as the public display of you letting your freak flag fly, you know what I'm saying? It's I agree with Liane. You know, that's one part of my values. If you're gonna be on, just you can, because there's plenty of women in positions of power, plenty of women who are career women, and then they don't got time for no relationship, so they got their line up, but you would never know.
Is that wrong?
No, it's not wrong. It's not
wrong. Is it wrong? No.
Even if it's done behind closed doors, is it still hoeing?
It's still hoeing. You being a proper hoe.
Why is it hoeing though? Why is it labeled that?
Why is it? Because we living in a monogamous ideal country, my man. This ain't polygamy or all that other what I forgot. I be confusing it. Polyamory. This is not a polyamorous country. This is not. Monogamy is the ideal of Western culture, so therefore it's gonna be hoeing. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be hoeing. You go, but at the end of the day, women over the last 30 years have been seeing another sexual revolution, and the first one was in the 70s, but then now it's a second wave of sexual freedom that women have, because I mean, it's the fact it's we living in the McDonald's era of dating right now. It's a menu and everybody got access to it. Okay.
That's what y'all youngsters is doing. That shit is crazy. What you call it? The McDonald's world.
Let's be clear.
That's what I'm saying, though. That's
what y'all is doing.
Yeah, we taking it to another level because it's the internet age where the world is in your pocket. See, back in the day, y'all had to be local hoes. You know,
you have
technology, so you guys had porn and everything else at your fingertips. And us older people, we didn't have all that. But see, it's your younger generation. You guys are the kinky ones,
they got
freaks.
Plenty of
your whole mind goes a whole nother
all these dating apps, mydate.com. I just feel
it's too much. It's too much. I need live interaction. That's too much. That's too much.
What happened to that? That's my whole thing.
The internet.
From a female.
I need live interaction. I can't with this world.
So let's think about like traditional gender roles. A traditional woman was the stereotypical. You get married, you have your kids, you stay at home, cook, clean, blah blah blah. Your husband's out there, making the money. You take care of home. And the minute that you start deviating from what society tells a woman what they're allowed to do, then labels start, to happen. And now you see a lot of women who have tried to dabble with a male as their companion and realize maybe that's not for them, and they choose a woman, or maybe something happened. Something happened in their childhood, or they are truly attracted to other females. So deviations.
But at the same time,
think about this. Okay.
Me and Fed just had this conversation the other day, and but okay, I get that, Jack, and I'm sorry for cutting you off, but I'm just saying though. Okay, so the crazy part to me though is, okay, cool. You find love in your best friend. Y'all been friends, and y'all finna get in a relationship and all this stuff or whatever. You're in the stage where you hate men and all of this and all of that, and you're just dating women. Yet your partner looks like a man. Got a wallet, wearing men cologne, boxers, got the whole man science game all the way down, and wants to be addressed as such to the point to wearing white men's, the wife beaters, the boxers, got men's cologne on, got the big wallet hanging out the back. Got the fresh tapered up, and you see them there at Walmart. You might see Shorty. You know what I'm saying? She looking really good. You step to her. Here come dude.
I mean, I don't even know how we slid
grilling you up. Dude sucking teeth, grilling you up like what you doing? This me right here. I'm just saying, like, the whole psyche of it all. Like, why you have to? You don't like men, so why you want to look like one?
Right?
Can anybody explain that to me?
I can't.
You don't like them, so why? Or do you want to look like a man? Your beard is your hair edged up tighter than mine.
Don't judge them.
Will, I'm
not judging them. I'm just confused. I'm just confused on it all because I don't understand.
It's not for you to understand, though. You know what I'm saying?
A relationship is emotional. You will, when you're in a relationship, you have an emotional connection to someone. If it's just sex, if it's just for finances, that's transactional, and that's the kind of relationship that you have. But think about when you were raised. Did your family, as far as your uncles and grandpas or whatever, did they encourage you to say, "Go have fun"? Live your life, go live your best life, be single,
my people wasn't playing that shit.
And
I think act like it was all good, and you can be free spirited, and just be a free spirit, and explore, and it might be a man, or who knows who you like. No, you wasn't not under this household. You got the role. If you feeling you catching them type of feelings, You got the role. My mama wasn't having it. Period.
What
Period.
what the hell are we even talking about right now? Because
It just goes back
I
to
don't even know what's
values. What
going
are your
on.
family values? What was instilled into you? If you were told to go out and have a bunch of fun, guess what? That's what you're doing, having a bunch of fun. If you were told to save
Right.
yourself for marriage, if you were told to close your legs and to respect yourself, that's exactly how you're going to carry yourself.
Well, not exactly, because when you're talking to a rebellious teenager, I mean, they're
Wow.
gonna, because it's proof that the tighter the reign is of the parent, the more wild the child is gonna be when they get loose from the parent, i.e., college girls. Because man, college girls, they wildin'. Soon as they get out the house, they go to these faraway universities. It's a freaking free for all, man. They are drunk, getting drunked out their mind, doing whatever, exploring sexuality like it's nobody's business. They going crazy.
That's terrible.
So do you think that that's from keeping keeping them on lock like that?
Yes.
Think
Yes.
mommy and daddy told them what they couldn't do, and what did these girls do? They said, you know what, screw you. Once I'm out and I'm 18 years old, I'm gonna do whatever I want, not realizing the repercussions of it or the ripple effect that may cause, like pregnancy or relationships, or
And there it
unfortunately
is.
the negative connotations of
You
it.
said it.
There it is. That's why men and women can't be looked at the same, because of that fundamental right there. Is that women, they even though it's degrading and it shows lack of self-value on both sides, men and women, if you just out here exposing your temple to just anybody,
Right.
at the end of the day, it still is degenerate in the same aspect, because you don't respect yourself. But at the same time, women carry life, therefore that's where the big difference is, because it's the idea of somebody entering you. You get entered. So it's just a different mindset when you're thinking about it, because it's like you hoeing, that means therefore you letting 6 dudes a week, just throwing something out there, but 6 dudes a week get in you every week.
That's a whole lot of mixed energy.
Yeah. So
that's the other thing. When you sleep with someone, you take in their energy, and a lot of people don't realize that. Call me crazy, but this is what I always tell females.
Also, Kano's not he's not being honest here. He's not letting anybody know that he is adding people to the conversation. So were you going to share that, sir? She is
adding here, man.
Exactly.
Man, what's going on, bro? So
This guy right here.
Mr. Lawson.
We were, female ratio, male ratio, we were even.
man, what's going on, bro? So
Mr. Lawson.
We were, female.
Let me see if it's working right for me.
You good now?
Yeah, it's working right.
Oh, no, I had both screens on.
I mean, can you chime in on this?
Well, man, I want to say this. First of all, the females. Now, I have nothing against women. I love my black chocolate. You know what I'm saying? I love my light skins. I love my Puerto Ricans. I love my women. You know what I'm saying? And women have the tendency, really, to turn people out. See, women don't understand the power that they have. Yeah, women have power. And
a whole lot of power.
Yes, a whole lot of power. Women entices us men to do things, a lot of things. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, because y'all have freaky ideas of everything. Women want to try everything in the world. They mind just it just get to thinking like, I want to try that. I never tried that before. Or should I try that? Oh, my friends think about me. But then they trying it behind the doors and still acting like they ain't never tried it. Oh man, I live with women. I got sisters. You know what I'm saying? I got a whole family full of women. I know how devious women are. Now, men, I can talk about us men. I know what we do, because sometimes us men, like what we do is like,
Yep.
He was about to address the jewels.
Man.
Oh.
Well, hold on, but to rebuttal to that, as far as the power of women, that's because a woman only has power over a weak man.
I don't know about this. I'm not gonna lie, because see that word love. See, love
that's not how my relationship operates.
But see, here's the thing with women.
That's not how my relationship operates.
But look though, wait. What is love, Kano? What is love? Love is you. You are love. You are real love.
I know that. But what I'm saying is, when you love somebody or you think that you in love with somebody, man, you'll damn near do anything. We all been through that before. We all have been controlled by that love thing. No, it's I don't think it's
now you gotta be mindful. Now you gotta be mindful.
When you get older, when you get older, you get wiser, and
we older now, so we talking about now.
We're talking about control here. But this is a different conversation. A person, you only allow a person cannot dictate anything that you do unless you allow them to.
Right.
My relationship don't function like that. I love my girlfriend, but guaranteed, like, yo, if I see something sus going on, I'm out the door. Right. I tell her that.
Yeah, but you out the door. Period. You out the door because you went through bad experiences already. So you have that type of mind.
But that's what I'm saying. I'm backing up what I'm saying. Now he been learned.
I'm backing up what I'm saying. Like, it only a weak-minded person can be manipulated by somebody because it's a lack of self worth for yourself.
But you love your girl right now, right? You love your girl right now.
Yeah,
and you'll do anything for her, right?
Not really. I mean, I'll do most. So, but not
why not?
See, what ends up happening is women think that they can control a man with their cookie jar, and you can't. You know, you can persuade them with the cookie jar, but you can't control somebody. You know, a woman, if they're using your cookie jar to just try to get a bag, you know, get their rent paid or whatever. I don't think
the sexual marketplace is ran by women because men are weak, and then there's that men are weak-minded because men are obsessed with the vagina.
That feeling, exactly.
Right.
But you're a weak man.
That's a lot of power, though.
You are weak, though.
That's a lot of power, though.
It's only a lot of power for
you got a lot of women who know they power.
If you got enough of the power,
that's a lot of power right there, because you know how to use that power. You know what I'm saying?
There's more dudes that don't get no ass.
But see, I don't think that's all it.
That is the reason why.
Some dudes attracted to just a woman's whole ambiance, man, like just that full confidence. See, a woman that's just fully confident with himself.
Man, I'm gonna tell you what, man.
At that point,
men love hard. I'm gonna tell you something. Men love hard. Like especially when they seen their first girl they love and they trying to get with her and she just keeps shooting him down, you done scarred that dude. No. I ain't that one. I ain't that dude. But I'm talking about I know dudes like that. You know what I'm saying? You know, I know a girl like that. I know a girl who used to love the draws off this dude. I'm talking about she used to hide in the tree for this dude. She used to be at his mama house. You know what I'm saying? Cooking breakfast at his mama house for this dude. With the dude
that is stalking. That's a stalker.
When you really love someone, though, you will do some shit. You know?
What the hell is that? That is a stalker.
The tree, girl, get your ass down from that tree. Or you hurt yourself.
Right? You climbing in trees and shit. No.
Hey, I done seen it happen. Like,
sorry.
And I'm just telling you, people, it's love. It's a thing as love at first sight, especially when you're young. You always had that one like, oh yeah, that's him. But then you got scorned, so you start to really know what life is about. Then sex, man, you talk sex, man. Your mama done left sex tapes all around. Your homegirl, the older women, especially me, because I was turned out by older women. Like, I'm not gonna lie. Like, I was a young boy, and the older ladies used to always tell me, "Oh, you gonna be a beast when you grow up." You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna teach you some things, and they would take me in the house. I promise you, you can ask my mama, and they would take me in the house and show me some things. You know what I'm saying? And like, I grew up fast.
Wow.
So about that old lady stuff, it wasn't like that. Yeah, it was the me and you back then too. You got little nephew, it was the me and you too back then.
Okay, so how old are you talking? You talking like little Duval? You know, he likes his women.
No, no, I'm talking about. I'm like, okay, let's say I was what? True story, about 12. I was messing with a lady. She was already about like 34, 35. You know what I'm saying? So what? How old would she be now?
What the hell do you know at 12 years old with a 35-year-old?
So let me ask you this.
What the fuck?
So do men like older women or do men like younger women?
That depends on where you at though. It depends where you at.
On the man mind frame. If a man has nothing going for himself, then he wants younger women. You know what I'm saying? Now, if a dude who have a strong
that ain't
mind,
necessarily true though, Fat, because you got older men with a lot of bread who like them younger women.
Now that's not a lot of bread. That's just tricking money. That's not a lot of bread. That's just tricking money. He just got that job to trick on her. That's all that is. He probably gonna stay with his homeboy or something. If he do have a place and buying her a car, you know, hey, it ain't that bad of a place, my pot.
I'm trying to find the people that's buying cars and paying rent because I ain't never came across none of them in my lifetime.
You need to come to Dallas, but that's not all of out
where y'all at? Look, I'm accepting applications.
Yeah, sure, because I heard in Dallas, man, them Africans gonna make sure you have a car.
Well, shit, we in the wrong place.
She said, I'm about to pack my suitcase and be gone.
Well, they paying rent. Look, they paying rent and car notes. Come on. What?
Man.
For real.
I've been out the game way too long, if that's the case.
Hold up. Lee Cooper Jr. said men like the chase.
Yeah, man.
Now,
I'm a good woman.
Yeah.
Well, everybody likes the chase.
We from the same town. That's at Northern California, that Bay Area, for real.
Do women
we
women
get down
like
differently.
Y'all like to be chased?
Women like that cat and mouse game. They like playing games.
Man,
everybody.
You don't want something that's easy. Just like a man don't want a woman that's too easy.
A woman already knows she wants.
But with me, it's a mental chase. You got to chase me mentally.
Oh, my bad. A woman know when she want to have sex with you on the first day. She already peeped it already. And she already finna pull the strings with you. You already know how it is. It's the wink, it's the smile, and boy, stop playing, and then they walk. Because, you know, the booty get extra switchy. You know what I'm saying? When the booty get extra switchy,
if she has it's about to get switch. You know what I'm saying? Everybody doesn't have the cheeks.
For real. I seen
the visual.
We got some cupcake cakes out here.
But the dudes now are starting to act worse than the women. You know, the women are competing with the gay dudes. I mean with the no.
No, that's what you said. Mean what you say and say what you mean. That's what you. That's
no.
That's
I didn't want to say. Saying. I didn't want to say. I didn't want to say gay. I wanted to say the happy people. You know what I'm saying? That's what I wanted to say. You know what I'm saying?
So hold up. So what you mean? Hold up. So what you mean by what you mean? They competing with?
Oh Lord, we getting off the rails. We about to get deep
and down in deep Ellum.
Striked. We about to get striked, man.
The he-she's. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, Lord Jesus.
The dolled up, you know what I'm saying? I'm talking about Barbie ain't got nothing on, you know what I'm saying? And the girls they sitting up there, you know, looking at them and they trying to well shoot, damn, who did your hair? Da. Who did your nails? Whoa. I'm like, wait a minute, like what? Okay, never mind.
I ain't gonna lie, some of them makeup is so much better than half of what we.
But that's crazy though.
And then now they going to look for that person, and now they going to boom, and doing what what the drag queen is doing. And I'm like, wait a minute, you the queen, and then for one thing, men don't even like makeup.
That's true.
We don't even like makeup. Touch lay your makeup on my white shirt. We got problems.
That's true.
Let's back it up. Let's stay on topic here.
Okay, let's go on topic.
Before this for show gets reported and flagged.
Oh,
for hate speech.
No, hate speech.
This is YouTube.
We're not on Sesame Street.
YouTube don't play. All right,
this definitely ain't no Sesame Street.
I know YouTube ain't the place.
We want to be Big Bird.
Sesame Street, all right.
Well, right. For YouTube, I'm disclaimer up right now. You know what I'm saying? Fur right, freedom of speech. You know.
So okay, all right. So all right, let's change the topic. All right, so let's talk about new music versus old music vibes. Is today's new music, is it or isn't it impactful, and why?
I'm not a part of this. That's y'all for.
Oh, for real?
I mean,
So you don't know nothing about the new music.
I feel like I
I
talk
don't even know where
enough
to
shit.
begin.
I feel like I talk enough shit about these new dudes. So let me leave it.
Well, I think like this then.
Let 'em
I think
live.
it's all about how you search. I think it's
Let
all
'em
about how
live.
you search for music, because even people can say they draining us, they feeding us with this music, but it's all about what you search for. Because I listen to a lot of people out there that's teaching you something. So I like what some of the young cats who got their mind together and putting out good music, and I like some of the cats that turn me up too. You know what I'm saying? So hey, it's to each your own, but you got to know that one thing, that it's the business. This is a job. They got to file taxes. This is not talent. So we got to stop thinking in that way.
But do we still want Liane? What you got to say about that? Because I see your head in the air. How do you feel? How do you feel?
She's so 90s R&B.
No, for real. Like, music now is not the same as what it was back in the day, period. It never will be. There's a certain collective few that could get down with the old genre, but nowadays the music nowadays is bullshit, period. And like you said, it's entertainment, and you said it's not even about talent, it's just entertainment. It's bullshit. It's all bullshit. So
And I say
in the
like
80s, look, we grew up in the 80s and 90s. In the 80s and 90s, you could listen to any type of genre of music, rap, rock, pop. It don't matter what the hell it was. We listened to it. It was good shit. It's what it is. This shit now, it's a phase. It's a fad. It ain't going to build no legacies. It ain't going to be in no history books. It's going to be done.
I challenge half of the artists that are out today to go onto the Apollo show and not get booed off the stage because they're hiding.
Period. I use that analogy all the time.
Wait a minute. Hold on. Can I interrupt on that?
Go ahead.
Because I am Mr. 106 in Park. And
so you can spit some bars then, huh?
I can spit more than bars. I can produce, I can engineer, I can do the whole 9 yards, you know what I'm saying? But that's stage 2. It's all the act. You know what I'm saying? Just like 106 in Park, it's stage, it's all that. It's gonna be a person right there with a cue card, clap. They already got the winner. They already it's business. It's business.
So at what point? So my thing is this, because I'm a feeling guy. Like when it comes to music, I listen to certain things that make me feel good. I like vibes and stuff like that or whatever. But the new music, like y'all said, the new music is all vibes and just whatever, you know what I'm saying, whatever you own or whatever. But I'm talking about, like, let's just say, like, when you put on, we can go with R&B today. I don't even think that it's even classified as R&B in today's time or whatever, because we could put on some Case, or we could put on, some Jodeci or some Guy, or, all of those things. When you put that type of music on, is going to take you somewhere. It's going to take your mind somewhere. You're going to think about who you was with, or that party y'all was at, that house, or whatever. But does the new music have that same impact?
Some artists do.
Hell no, it don't tell a story.
Some artists,
very few
artists that do.
Very few.
Not the majority, but you got some exceptions to the rule. Hey, they you can tell that people that have been a student of the music, the history, you can tell it because it pours out into what they create. So you can tell who the inspirations and where they get it from. But but a lot of people, but for the majority, they're pulling from the 2010s of artists.
I mean,
and that's why
anyone y'all went listen to the new Zero? What about the new Juvenile? What about, it's still old people still dropping stuff too that we love. They still dropping music.
Yeah.
Right, but think about it. In order to survive in this industry, you got to have the consumers that are going to want to buy your stuff. So you have to adapt your sound to the majority of the masses. So you're looking at millennials, Gen Zs. What do they want? They want the electronic. They want that fast beat. They want that verse that they can remember. They don't give a shit what, is in the song, as far as lyrics. But if they catch the beat, they're going to be like, oh, yeah, it's a dope ass song. Okay, well, what did he say? Oh, I don't know. I just saw it on TikTok,
I call it catchphrase. Brad.
Okay. All right. Check this out then. Okay. I can put it like this. Okay. Let's put it like this then. Okay. Liane, what's your favorite rap song?
Me?
Nah, I'm gonna ask you. Yeah. What's your favorite rap song?
I don't have a favorite rap song.
Man, back in the day, you had that song.
I'm old school.
I'm like, girl, I'm finna hit the dance floor. This is my song. That one song from back in the day, not now.
Yeah, that's a good question right there for Liane, man. That's a good one.
I don't think Liane is really into rap like that.
Man, Liane, look, don't let Liane fool you. Liane used to
my connection is cutting in and out again.
Oh, her connection cutting out on this question right here.
Hello.
I don't really know. I don't really. No.
Okay, what about you, Jacqueline?
I'll admit I like Ice Cube. For old school. No Vaseline. You're talking about the Dr. Dre's. You're talking about NWA.
But now that one song that made you get up off you like, girl, say, hey, this is my song.
Every Day I'm Hustling by Rick Ross is always my
Every
go-to.
Day I'm Hustling. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And that's not even old, really. I mean, it's old, but it's not really old.
That's my workout song.
Already. Okay. Okay. And what about R&B? That one.
Brian McKnight, Back at One.
Totally 360. All right. And you?
What's my R&B?
And rap, number one.
I don't know about my rap, but my R&B is Howard Hewitt Show Me. That's always been my number one.
Okay.
I'm different. I'm a different breed.
You're a rider.
I'm a little seasoned.
Yeah, you're a rider. Okay. Yeah, you're a rider. Yeah, okay.
I'm a little seasoned.
Okay. So now with that music now, so what I was trying to get to is that every day you hustling, okay, Rick Ross. Now that song right there, what's different from the Baby song? What's the Baby song? See, I don't even know the Baby song. Sorry, the Baby.
my point exactly.
I don't know it either. So.
But see, it was the difference is that you can remember those songs from back in the day.
Right.
It gave you a feel good. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Today, you can't remember a song. It's not a song.
You can though. I mean, again, you might be moved by a song because of the way that person is singing. You might be moved by a song because of the beat. You have to understand yourself and what makes music.
Name me one right now. Name me one of today's songs right now.
What?
Name me a song of today right now. Rap.
Wow, that's easy. That's easy for me.
Yeah, I know it's easy for you. That's
you
why
said name a rap song of today.
Uh-huh.
What you say?
Future and Drake.
Preacher. Yeah, but see how long it took you though? You went straight to Rick Ross off the back. She went straight. It took you a minute.
But the thing is like I got that my workout song. I got my drive song. I got my
Lost Liane.
Different things are going to motivate me.
Well,
it might be a beat. It might be the lyrics.
What to say?
Versus. Let me ask you
for me, I really love Young M.A. She is.
Oh yeah, she's fine. She is dope. Yeah, she's
dope as hell.
Yeah, she is dope. Not for real. I do like her music. I don't like the persona, but I do like the music.
She dope.
But J.Versez, what you really what's your take on old music versus this new music? What I mean, do you even listen to old music?
Of course I do.
Okay.
I was just listening to Marvin Gaye's "Hear My Dear" the other day. So.
And what about rap? Are you listening to old rap?
Yeah. Before
definitely Kano the Don,
huh?
Well, that's
a replay.
That was the first. That was the first. First.
So do you feel like old rap is better than new rap, or do you feel like new rap still have life like the old rap?
I definitely don't think that new rap have life like the old, I don't.
Well, well,
I
will say
definitely don't.
this. I will say this. The only key two differences between new and old is that the new is just more lavish as far as production goes. But back then it was a little more simple back then with production. But that's the only big difference. But the old rap, old school gives you, it was more storytelling. It was more I'll split it up because you got 80s rap and you got 90s rap. 80s and 90s rap is not the same thing. 80s was more that upbeat party, you know, with a little sprinkle of that hardcore. But then 90s, it was just straight hardcore because that's when reality rap and gangster rap took over. And that was what's selling. That was what was selling at that time. So it was about storytelling, and you learning a story. You learning about that artist. They telling stories of their homies. They telling their story. So it was more about having something to say. Right now, today, you ain't really. It's such a blend. And I was just gonna say something to that because you asked Jacqueline, and she said Rick Ross, right? Even then, when Ross was just coming out, the distribution of music was totally different from what it is today. That's another reason why you can't remember shit, because shit is people dropping songs right after a person dropping a song, or you got 10 artists dropping 10 freaking songs in one day.
You can't process it all. It's
you can't hold on to that. Every day I'm hustling around that time. That was still old school principles. That was still way before digital music was a thing for real. It was still hard copies being sold at that time. Every day I'm hustling. So you still had that time to even take in Every Day I'm Hustling. That thing, it was allowed to have its lifespan. But now these days, you got four of your favorite artists dropping a song on the same goddamn day.
Right.
And then it also got compressed down to, 2 verses. Now it's damn near a verse and a bunch of hooks. Now it's just like everything is compressed down, and that is true because
a bunch of bullshit.
You don't really have time to even fall in love with music anymore. Not like how we
used to. You're falling in love with the beat. You don't even know what the hell they're saying sometimes.
They're speaking English.
Bullshit.
Nah, it is the beat that everybody fall in love with. So what you think it is that music needs to change then?
We need to go back to the old ways. We need to get back to telling stories. We need to get back to respecting our women, and our women respecting our men. And men, music was everything. I don't know about y'all, but I learned a lot from my songs. For real. Pay attention to some of these words.
What era?
You know what I'm saying? Like there was messages and everything.
What genre are we talking about?
Now?
You talking about just R&B, or you talking about rap? Because rap, where was respect at? I'm just wondering, as far as rap goes.
I mean, it was respect at one point in time, and then Queen Latifah came and shut it down. Like, now who you calling me? I don't think you remember that.
Hell yeah!
No, when she came out with the UNITY, you talking about that? Hey, come on!
I'm saying no,
that's like Queen right there.
But them days is long gone because sex sells. I mean, even from
not in my world though. This is my world. This is the world I grew up in. So this still exists in my world.
Oh well, I mean,
I'm not in tune to this new shit.
Oh well, I mean, that's the beauty of today's music. You have your choice. You don't have to be tapped into mainstream music.
Right.
You don't have to, because you can have your own. Like me, I don't know nothing. You can ask me about whatever new person pops up. I don't know who the hell it is, because I have my pocket of music, which is early or mid 2000s and early 2010s, which is the Kanye, Lil Wayne, T.I., Jay-Z when he was still dropping. That's the era. Kanye, and of course Drake, J. Cole, Big Sean. These are my OGs as far as for music for me. I don't give a damn about no Uzi Vert. I don't know. I
And
don't care.
exactly when we was coming up, we exactly same thing when we was coming up. See
But
all
see,
that
it's
shit that you
different.
named.
I
That's
ain't gonna lie. It's I just, I think that the period that we kind of came in though, like the beauty of it was we got to experience it all the way up until this point.
everything.
I'm talking about we got an opportunity. See, like with two group members of the Fat Boys passed. You know what I'm saying? Like I got a chance to experience when they first hit. That whole vibe when
Yep.
LL first hit the scene with walking with a pet. You know what I'm saying? Like I could rock the bit.
Yep.
We experienced all that Run DMC
Yep.
and hit. And then when they, crossed it over with you know what I'm saying, with Aerosmith and all that, like, music was just totally different then because we got the Kumo D's, the Big Daddy Kanes, the Rob Basses, the AMGs, the you know what I'm saying, the when Luke them first hit. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Like that whole wave, everybody. The thing about it that was so different was everybody had their own little lane and their own little individualism to the point to where, like, you could fall in love with these characters and these personalities and what they was bringing to the table because you didn't just get a lot just from the music. We learned how to dress. We embodied
Period.
hip-hop.
It was a whole culture. Yes.
It was the outfits. It was what they was wearing. You know what I'm saying?
Remember that?
Yep. Chris Cross.
You know what I'm saying?
Everybody had their own name.
Everybody had their own
Now today,
name.
everybody got the same name. GMC, AMC, BMC, DDC.
Right.
I
think that's what, when they start bringing it into that microwave phase, because I think that, you know what I'm saying? I think that people, the new age, they are afraid to really just be themselves because they feel like they gotta be this certain type of personality or whatever in order to be able to grab their crowd or whatever, when really and truly those guys back then, you know what I'm saying, was able to, like, we loved all of the different eras. We liked it, the positive. We had our special eds, and we had all these different genres and different vibes or whatever. Like whatchamacallit them wasn't afraid to come out with the polka dots. Kid playing them was doing their thing. It was a whole different type of, you know what I'm saying? It's like they was really being them. And it's like now I think with music coming out so fast and being compressed down to 3 little EPs, and I just think that everything to change, man.
I have a theory for you. Some of the dopest artists out there are independent. Why? Because they can control their flow, their style, their sound, their beat, how they want the music to come out. The record labels are the ones that are controlling what we hear on the radio, on the airwaves. And, you got who's going to compete against Drake, who's going to compete against so-and-so, but the independent artists have probably some of the most rawest, realest, dopest music out there, but their outlets are not available. So that's why we don't hear it as often. So when we start shifting this independent movement and independent artists can really have that platform to showcase their music will change.
Well, I will say this though. I will say this though, because y'all era I compare it to like grassroots basketball. The love, it's raw love for the game. It's not a business. How the NBA is and why there are people, or just like the NFL. You got college football is way more popular than NFL football.
Absolutely.
But that's because it's on a collegiate level where it's amateurism. It's more of a love. It's not a business. Now, when the business is involved, you got players who they already got my check. I really don't care to really like go hard at practice or try to be the best no more. I got a check. So I kind of compare y'all kind of to that, because back then it like, things weren't like really a business. It wasn't a $1 billion where it is today, where people really are just going in it for a check. People actually had creativity. They wanted to give something. They wanted to put on for their city, their region, because everybody wasn't discovered yet. You didn't know there was talent in New Jersey. You didn't know there was talent. I mean, it was really just New York. The South had to have its upcoming as far as music and prove like, hey, you know what I'm saying? We got something to offer too. So the build up, it wasn't diluted, but now it's kind of like everybody just going to it because they just want to flex with money and things like that. So it's a lack of creativity to rise to the top. So that's why independent artists are kind of where they at. People like, myself, who actually cares about substance, what I put into my music, it might not so speak to as far as what the antics, the gimmicks, all this extra stuff and things like that. So I think that has something to do with it. I think after the late 90s, when Rockefeller and things like that, when they started turning like just rap just specifically into something more lavish, big, and it became this big thing where rap was like, hey, we can compete with rock. We can hold big tours and stuff like that, and things like that. And that's, I think, once the more money came into it, it just kind of, now it's just about the money. It's not really about the talent. It's about who can garner the most attention. I think, even though there's nothing wrong, it's just that the money just kind of forced the real talent to be unheard, and it's just what kind of comic book character we can sell today.
Right.
For reals.
Well, I mean, that's gonna happen whenever you blow a Soldier Boy up. I mean, like that gives hope to all of the other comic characters or whatever. That gives hope. You know what I'm saying? You really had.
I'm gonna start using that one. The comic book characters. I'm gonna start using that one.
Just saying.
Now we gotta stop selling it though. You know what I'm saying? Because we go up in there
for real,
and we just go up in there and we know already, certain things that they want, and you already know the ideas that you trying to do, but you steady going there like, okay, oh man, I finna put the powder in the video, I finna put the guns in the video, and then you go up there, I finna drop it like it's hot, and I finna, and knowing like you already know whatever we see on TV, we gonna react it. Like we was talking about Kano the other night. Like TV raised every. I don't care who you are. You can say this. I don't care who you are. TV raised you. I don't care. You got a TV dad. You got a TV mom. You know what I'm saying? Cause mom wasn't always at home. You know what I'm saying? Mom wasn't always checking on your homework and stuff like that. So the TV raised you just like it raised your homeboy. So when we got out in the streets, we started acting out everything we saw in the movies and everything we saw on TV.
Period.
Right, period. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, it's to the point right now, we got to start really understanding how powerful the TV is and then how powerful we are.
Right. And then you have the ability to change.
Right. Because you got to realize this internet, this TV, all this stuff is our brain. All we was took our brain and put it to where we can see it.
Wow.
Yep. So, just as somebody who's in between, I always pride myself in saying that I was born kind of in that middle, 94. So I still got a piece of the old, like still having that era. Cause like I said, my era is from 94 all the way up to 2012. That was me from a baby to like 18. So all of the culture was still of like y'all generation before still, but just different. But then after 2012, that's when things kind of started getting to where we seeing today when it comes to music, things like that, because you got more microwave artists, auto tunes just got a huge surge and things like that. Everybody wants to sing. Everybody wants
you know this is fast, Pano. I seen music. I knew music was going down the hill when I was recording Get It Big.
Yeah. When you didn't want to record that song.
I didn't even want to release it.
I already know, but I mean, it did numbers. It went platinum. It did numbers. But the thing about it, I just think that and I don't know if the two could have still exist when you had the mom and pops, because to me, it was nothing like the experience of knowing that your favorite artist dropping something new, and it's releasing today, and you finna go to the store to get it, to buy it, to get that. You want to see the cover, you want to rip that plastic off of it, you want to look at the inside of the cover, you want to look at how how they put the packaging all together, and that whole experience alone. I think when you take that away from it, when they took that,
Yeah.
like,
yeah,
come
ain't no meet
on.
and greets. Ain't
Period.
no meet and greets at album releases. No
That's what I'm saying. Like when I think that they took the power away from the artists at that point. They're not doing signings where you can actually. It used to be periods where you could actually go down there because such and such is gonna be there signing the CDs and signing posters. And when you take that element away from it all out of the equation, you just go get it online. It's dropping at 12:01. Go download it. Download it.
It's not in. It's
You're
not
not always going to remember your
that
first
commitment
digital
is
download,
gone.
but you'll remember your first LP, that you bought, your first cassette, your first 8-track, if you go back that old, you'll always remember that. But yeah, you won't remember your first digital download.
Could it all exist? Could it all coexist together? Like, you know what I'm saying? Could
Not
it
if the
all
labels
still?
don't feel like it.
Nah, it can. It really can, but we got to stop giving them the control. Like once I said before, we control everything, but if we gonna keep selling it and we're gonna keep running to these corporations and saying, "Here go my hard work," it's just like the artists. The artists sit up here and they draw Bugs Bunny and Daffy Duck and go up there to Disney and say, "Man, look what I did." Disney's like, "Okay, I'll give you a check for that," and now it's Disney. We got to stop selling out, man. That's bottom line. Stop going to them selling it out, man. You know what I'm saying? And I already know it's bad enough. We got to pay them to get an LLC. But go and get your LLC and just start up for your own stuff. Do your own thing. Start up your own corporation. You know what I'm saying? Build your own community. You know what I'm saying? I'm seeing a lot of people in Dallas starting to do that. I'm not playing with you, man. People out here getting LLCs. People buying plots of land, putting houses on there. And I ain't talking about no one house. I'm talking about houses for communities to live in. Like, and you can do that with an LLC.
Yep. Things
take charge.
But see the thing, but the thing about it is it goes back to acquiring the knowledge. A lot of people who obtain the knowledge don't want to share the knowledge, and I run into a lot of people like that. You know what I'm saying? Who might come up or found a loophole or something like that. And then you looking like, you know what I'm saying? You cool with this person. And you like, dang, man, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm seeing y'all, y'all coming up, y'all building houses, y'all, buying trucks and y'all, you know what I'm saying? Then you trying to obtain that information. They telling you, man, you just got to grind it out, man. God is good, man. And you know what I'm saying? It's like, they ain't telling you about the link or the person or the plug. Just like Dame Dash was just talking about that, in the interview I seen. He's like, the problem is people not sharing the plug, man. That's what the problem is.
Right.
People selfish. People greedy.
And it's our own people. Like we like to blame pink people, but it's our own people just as well. As soon as they get to that door, they like, oh man, I can't just let him get them up in the door like that. You know how you got that one cousin, you go, you know what I'm saying, you go over Liane house, you're like, man, I can't let this nigga up in here with her, man. Nigga, I ain't gonna get none tonight. You know what I'm saying? Like, what, nigga? Now you gotta go.
Okay.
Drop you off at the house, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Nah, for real. And that's how niggas do when you come into the business. Like, shoot, now, I know that he's smarter than me too. Nah, bro, you stand back up. Like
that's what the problem is, though. But that's what the problem is. People don't want to share the knowledge, and that's what's really causing a lot of confusion because people don't want to share the knowledge, man. It's just like celebrities when they get up there, and I'm not saying that you gotta you responsible for taking care of everybody, but I'm just saying at the same time you still can point the person in the right direction. Or what's wrong with making a connection? I'm not saying that I can get you the deal, but at least I can get you in a position to where you can at least present your movie or present your book or whatever. I got the connection. I'm in the door.
Right. But that's why we failing in life, because people keep thinking that it's about getting through the door. It's about, oh, I got this knowledge and you got to come through me. No, it's about everybody teaching everybody something, because knowledge is free. Power is free. Money is something that we make up. You see what I'm saying? We put our own self in the rat hole. You know what I'm saying? We like our people is before our time. You know what I'm saying? I know it ain't us, but it's before our time. They came up with this idea to make a money system. but the money system is hand in hand. That's what it is. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, Jacqueline need a house. Okay, say J.Versez K down. Okay, let's go chop down this tree. Everybody come together. Let's chop this down. Let's build this house. Let's put a kitchen here to here. And see, the values are gone. See, back when I was growing up, back in my time when I was growing up, I just seen uncles and all of them. They all had businesses, but they all died before they started. Didn't even tell us nothing. They didn't teach us nothing. Right. So we all had to become hustlers, pimps, killers, whatever we wanted to be.
Whatever we saw on TV.
Where we saw on TV.
Yep.
They killed them off fast. Like right now, if you ain't paying attention, they killing off all of us right now. Everybody who's over 30 right now, I hope you know they killing us. I hope you know that.
And the food, yeah, name it, yeah.
Not even that, even at the hospital. That's what I'm saying. I just came from burying my cousin today. It was fine with her. My cousin got the report of her lungs, everything good. Everything pretty much good. But as soon as they put her underneath that needle, they did another x-ray, and now her lungs collapsed, everything, her lungs black. You can't even see the x-ray like you can see the original one. You know what I'm saying? Like they out here killing us. It wasn't no wrong.
Yeah. You know what? It's funny though that it do seem like it just seemed like this last year and this year, it do seem like it's been an acceleration of people dying. It's just been an over acceleration of people dying all of a sudden. All these people just kicking the butt.
It's not all of a sudden. It's not all of a sudden. And you know it's not all of a sudden, but I feel you. It's not all of a sudden.
You know what I'm saying?
They doing this shit on purpose.
I mean, you have more people, affected by the flu, the regular cough, and the regular cold, regular flu, but they want to code everything as coronavirus.
I had to pick my mama out the casket today, man. My mama had jumped inside the casket today. True story. The Golden Gate Funeral Home took my cousin out of her casket and put it was a white casket she was in at first, and they put her into a gray casket. My mama did her makeup, hair, nails, everything. They put her in a gray casket like a piece of pizza. Put her dress all the way up, pennies showing. I'm talking about her dress all the way up with her cleavage. I mean, all that showing. You know what I'm saying? And lift her like that. And then gonna tell us we're gonna have a closed casket because they didn't want us to see how they put her in that casket. And you should have seen the amounts of bodies that was lined up in the back that they're supposed to be in freezers, but they are just out sweating, wrinkling. And I'm like, they don't care. And a lot of people was in there. I'm hearing people telling us like it wasn't no wrong with him. He went to the hospital. The next thing you know, the hospital said this, and now we at the front. Everybody's story was the same.
So you think that number that doctor projected 60 million, they said that it's overpopulated.
It ain't a such thing to overpopulation. I mean, I can go outside right now and see a whole field where you can put nothing but houses. I can go outside right now where it's apartment building abandoned. There a lot of homeless people can fit in that it's got lights on that nobody pay rent. You go by buildings like who paying the rent there? Lights just on. This is abandoned. We got the resources, man. Come on, man, get out the boo-boo. This world is too big. People are tripping. It's just us. We sitting here. It's this. You see what I'm saying? This is why the police officer bust my windows out the car. This is why the police officers, tase me, because I go down there and I fight. Like me, I'm a different type of breed. You see what I'm saying? I go down there and fight. I push the buttons. You know what I'm saying? I'm not afraid to stop using money. I'm different. You know what I'm saying? I'm not afraid to cuss them out. It's different. I'm not afraid to stop accepting your money. You know what I'm saying? It's a big difference. You know what I'm saying? I feel like if all of us stop doing that, stop voting, stop believing in the government, stop believing in all that, and then it'll be a better place. Yes, we got to get it from the ground up. Yes, we got to get our own resources. But hey, that's life. We doing it anyway. You see right now, everybody power just went out from the snow. Everybody, what you have to do, you have to survive, didn't you?
Right.
And some people didn't know how to.
And didn't know how to. Didn't know how to. And that's my point exactly. We need to get off the boo-boo and stop trying to chase these dreams that we thinking we want. We want to be famous rappers and basketball stars, but we need to be famous house builders. We need to be famous computer builders. We need to be famous. You know what I'm saying? We need to be famous doctors. We ain't even got that many black doctors. Something happened to us right now. Who gonna save us? We gotta go here, we gotta go there. And they ain't gonna take care of you. They're gonna put you on dope. They give you drugs. Do you know what aspirin? No, for real. Do you know what aspirin do to you? No, for real. Have you ever do you know what a regular aspirin do to you when you take an aspirin? It put holes in your stomach. A regular aspirin.
I don't take aspirin.
So we fighting a war bigger than what you really think it is. It's more than just this music. Like, I'm sorry to get deep, y'all, but it just sometimes the narrative got to change because everybody got to know that we are at war. And if we're at war, it's some things that we got to sacrifice. Some things we got to put back. You may feel like your life is good because we making money. You might feel like your life is good because you sitting in a good house and you got electricity and you got a car and you can go over here to the corner store. But just know that you are tracked. You are being monitored. You know what I'm saying? You are being stereotyped. You are being held at a certain standard because you can't go higher than what you already are. Trust that. And know that if you start waking up to that person that's suppressing you, you know what I'm saying, and stop believing in today's system, stop going to their system, they're gonna fall, and they know that. You see how bad it was when we was in the COVID and when no black person spending money. They had a breakdown. The COVID, they didn't even care it was COVID. Now we need to open up these business so black folks can spend money.
Right.
Wow. It's the game, y'all.
That's deep.
I had my moment.
Propaganda bullshit.
I had my
That's
moment.
what I always call it.
Yeah, people. But people are, man, you know what I'm saying? They bad. They cheap, man. Most 90% of the population is a bunch of freaking sheep, and they will take everything that you can say Big Brother will tell them, give it to me on the platter. Same thing with these artists. We say ground up. They don't want to because motherfuckers are lazy.
Yeah,
People
as long as
if there's a shortcut, a person will take that shortcut 9 times out of 10. So, you can be in the build up, but as soon as somebody comes here with that, like I like to say, that man with that, no, not the checkbook, the briefcase. No, it's the man with the briefcase. You know what I'm saying? The dude come with the briefcase and say, hey, you know what I'm saying? Pat that briefcase like, hey, this all you right here.
Yeah, but we need sheeps. You know what I'm saying? But we don't need to lie to our sheeps. We don't need to mislead our sheeps.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's nothing wrong with having sheeps. You know what I'm saying? It's nothing wrong with that. We you know what I'm saying? But we got to at least let them know. You know what I'm saying?
No, we're not gonna let them know. We're not gonna let them know. I'm Ted Cruz. Y'all you freeze your balls off, everybody. I'm about to go to Cancun up in this goddamn song.
Nephew, you had me up. Nephew, you had me up 4:00 in the morning. I'm talking about in my drawers on my way to Houston to come get you.
Look, the Fat called me when Versez went on that rant. Fat was blowing my phone up. He know that I go to bed at a certain time. He know I got to get up in the morning. But he would not stop calling my phone. And I'm like, that's not like him. Like, he gonna call. He called me one time. I might not. He gonna hit me up again. And that's a wrap. I holler at him tomorrow. Back to back. So I finally answered the phone. He like, hey, man, look, I need to get on the road and go to Houston. Versez going crazy online, man. Like, do I need to go down there and get them? They don't have no power, no water. I'm like, what are you talking about? I never seen the video of him going off. I'm like, man, let me call this dude and see what's going on. But that's love, though.
Yeah,
that's love.
I appreciate it, Unc. I just had a moment. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Just had a moment. And plus, it was just I took the opportunity. I calculated that. I did that on purpose. Because I was just, one, because I have to express how I feel. I don't care how it makes anybody feel. I gotta express how I feel. So that was one. And then the second reason is that the news ain't gonna tell the truth. The people are gonna tell the truth. And as somebody that was in the midst of it, I was gonna tell the truth because they everything you can't trust. You can't trust the media, and that's another thing. You know what I'm saying? It's not the government. Don't trust them. You can't trust your media, but they feed us lies every day. They feed us fake stories every day. They feed us manufactured stories every day.
Every day. And now look, you remember that shit that happened down there and down. They showed a thing where they had like what they call them crisis actors.
Yeah, crisis actor. I know
No,
all
that
of
shit is real. That
Nah,
shit
I
is
know
real.
all of them.
Like, wow, they showed the same dude and chick
Same people.
in the Miami shooting. They showed the LA
Yep.
thing. They showed the down. I'm like, are you serious? These people got crisis.
That shit is real. That
Yeah.
shit is real. And if you go back and you look up the stories and stuff from the Las Vegas one that happened, what was it
Yeah,
in 2017 or whatever, they actually had proof of the actual like Craigslist listing for crisis actors, basically, like prior to that shit happening.
Nah, for real. That's what
On
we
God, that shit is not no joke. That shit is for real. From the 9/11 on down.
That's what
They'll
I do
pay a
at my
motherfucker in a
job.
heartbeat. But pay attention though, because 9 times out of 10, it is the same people. And
Yeah.
that's some for real shit. Same people.
Yeah, that's what we do at the
Same
unit.
people.
That's what we do at the unit.
Come on now.
We set up those stuff. We set up that stuff at certain unions, not all unions.
What the
Make sure
chicks
I'm
looking
clear
like?
about that.
Are you a crisis actor, Fat? I need to go back and play the tapes back and see if I see a couple of the videos.
Build your identity.
I'll be driving the crane.
That's the same guy who got that hat on. The same guy. That's him.
Hey, I could be one.
That shit is crazy though, for real.
Christina Vasquez said, "Damn shame."
It is a damn shame. It is a shame. So, but that's something that, what I'm saying, a lot of people don't want to question and things like that. It's like, like the whole Biden thing. Bro, I don't trust freaking Biden. I don't know why people want to sit here and act like Biden is a puppet.
It's all a show.
Just like how Trump was a puppet. They serve interest groups. They don't serve the people. Just like them fools up in Congress.
Yeah.
They play games with us for 4 months with no word of no stimulus. Why? Because they still get paid. Why does a congressman still get paid full 6-figure salary when we out here we broke? It's a freaking crisis.
That's who run everything.
Exactly.
The president. It's
They
Mr.
drag
Bill
ass.
on Capitol Hill.
They dragged ass on Capitol Hill, and at the last second, what happened? The last second, right before Christmas. All right, guys, you know what I'm saying? Let's do this. 600, right? All right, that's what we agree on for the people. $600.
What you gonna do with 600?
Blow through it in a week.
Not even a week.
And fuck up your taxes when you and fuck up your taxes when it come time to go and
you already
file them
know
motherfuckers.
they're gonna come back and hit you.
Wait a minute though, don't be surprised. Don't be surprised. I told that lady she can keep that shit. For real, it's terrible.
Right.
That's one thing about that shit. They giving you all that shit. Don't expect your taxes to be cool.
But Obama told you.
Motherfuckers is having an O behind that shit.
Obama, when he was in office, told us not to take this. Obama told us the pandemic was coming, and he said, "Don't take their money." He told us this. Obama warned us.
Period.
Obama told us
they shouldn't be taxing people for that shit. They shouldn't be taxing folks what they are, and it's fucking everybody up with that shit.
It's bad. The whole tax game is man. That's the biggest game in the world, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? You're going to tax you all year, then come back and then tax your taxes.
But you know what you need to do? Go ahead, take all y'all need to do. You need to take all y'all names, all y'all legal names, and put it in the LLC. Take all your stuff, put it in the LLC. Play their game.
There's perks with that.
Yeah, take your real name, put in the LLC, play their game. You know what I'm saying? Because like they already playing the game. Come on, man. They in Houston. It's snowing, and you talking about you using all this money to bring in trucks that hold over 50 bodies. You bringing in freezer trucks that holds over 50 bodies, and only 20 people died. Well, wait a minute. Well, is you killing people when they come in? When you bring them off? When FEMA was coming? And
look, pay attention.
Stay woke. Telling you, better wake up.
So is this? So do we see this? Do we see this riding out the rest of the year or another year or whatever?
Probably so because they're getting ready. Everybody get ready for the second half of 2021. They're about to shove that damn needle down your throat. You gonna get that vaccination.
I showed you Kano done. I told you to watch the video game Homefront. Everything that happened in Homefront is happening right now. This is not over. You know what I'm saying? And the Chinese, and if y'all don't get up off y'all butts, I hope y'all know the Chinese will be over here running it. You got to realize Chinese already own the tollways. You see what I'm saying? They already got all the import and export. People got to wake up to understand what's going on. You know what I'm saying? Why you think Trump was always China? Okay, China. You know what I'm saying? Y'all better wake up. I'm telling you, China's coming.
Yeah.
They mad at us right now.
But think about it. They want you to be relying on the government. They're saying right now there's a fourth strand that's out there now that could be potentially even more dangerous than the other ones that are out there. They are purposely creating, this fear and this reliance on the government. So if you're relying on a government check, you have bigger issues.
Because this strand, this powerful strand here magically came all the way from Fujitsu and made it over here. So I don't know how it got here. I don't know if it got here in the air or I don't know what it is. It came from some other place or whatever. And because we're focusing on the first strand. You know what I'm saying? Then the second strand it popped up over here from Africa, and then now the third strand it came all the way from a whole other place now, and it's here now. So
I'm gonna show you how much that coronavirus is a joke, man. That coronavirus so much of a joke. You know how many people going out to restaurants to eat, and they tell you, "Hey, wear your mask, right?" But everybody, you can't eat with your mask on, right? So everybody's in a restaurant eating with no mask.
Vaccinations.
But everybody's all right. So there you go, nephew. Vaccination. Everybody, don't you know? Dallas, they had right by my house. They had a line longer than 5 Dallas Cowboy football fields, right? And they was telling people, if you want a box of food and some of this money, come get a shot at UNT.
I heard about that.
Vaccination.
Wait a minute, and I even saw something that they were starting to pay people for the trial vaccines or some shit. This is all testing bullshit. This is all bullshit. Y'all they paying for your little test trials.
They lie. I've actually had that. I had that conversation with my girlfriend recently because she's in the medical. She's trying to get into the medical field. She's in nursing school, and I mean, and down bad, we all, a lot of people down bad, and I'm one of them. She asked me, should I get a vaccination? I'm just like, no, I'm not, because first of all, how not? But 2020, last half of 2020, y'all talking about, it's gonna take 2 years this, 2 years that. It's got to be testing this, testing that. Next thing you know, literally in 2 months, we got the first vaccination. Like, hold up,
Johnson & Johnson.
Hold on, like, and then
y'all start making vaccinations.
That's what I'm saying. Like, and now all of a sudden, now look at us, 5 months, not but 5 months later, we got like 4 or 5 different vaccines out here now. Like, you can hear it all.
It's all a bunch of bullshit. It's all a bunch of bullshit.
You know what they're not saying though? They not saying in all of the medicine that's ever been created and came out, they always tell you what the side effects is. Don't drink and eat. Don't eat this or eat food.
Oh no! Now you signing a waiver. You're signing a waiver that if something happens to you, you can't sue them. You can't do shit to them. This is a test. This is all a test. And look, it don't prevent you from getting sick. It don't prevent you from getting sick. It don't prevent you from getting this shit ever again.
Just give you antibodies. Just give you antibodies.
Man, use common sense. Hell no.
Just antibodies. That's all. It's not really. It's not like you can go. You can still.
Man, they making you sick. Period. They making you sick.
I got a lady.
Keep track of how many people keep getting that shit and how many people keep getting buried because of that shit.
Yeah, Jay, you probably too young to know this, but where I'm from Texas, we got this thing we call the lady underneath the tree. You know what I'm saying? This lady underneath the tree, she very powerful. She gonna tell you your kid's name before your kid's even born. She gonna tell you how many kids you gonna have before you have it, and she gonna tell you how to eat and how to heal yourself. She's in East Texas. Everybody in Texas should know what I'm talking about. The lady underneath the tree. You know what I'm saying? And she don't touch none of this food. She grow all her food naturally. You know what I'm saying? She keep her ground sacred. You know what I'm saying? The same dirt that been on that ground since her mama and them was there, it's the same ground today. Ain't nobody came over there and contaminated it. And I feel like, us, we're contaminated. and the government come to get us. No, just playing.
I mean, everything, you know, extra hormones and whatever. Everything's been injected with something.
Yeah, they had.
It's
You know,
7:59. I hate to cut this conversation short, y'all, but we have reached the end of the line, and we gotta shut it down. We reached the 2-hour mark. I wanna thank my special guest, Liane Ritchie-Strong, the very lovely Liane Ritchie-Strong, and I like to thank my poppy and guest, the one and only Mr. Lawton. Definitely want to thank my brother for jumping in on us again. We got an all powwow. I love this group. We got an all powwow again and do it again. I want to shout out all of our people that was on the check-in. Roman Stewart, Buddy the Barber. Appreciate that love always, my brother, for stepping in. He gonna check in always. Shout out to Lee Cooper Jr. Appreciate that love so much. Shout out to hold up a second here. Shout out to whatever somebody else said. Shout out to Shemaya Daniels. If I'm saying it wrong, please forgive me. Shemaya Daniels. Shout out to and everybody else that was on the live that may have checked out or whatever. Thank y'all so much. Make sure that if you are new to the channel, hit that subscribe button, please, and turn on your notifications. And we are back next Tuesday with another amazing show. Also, you guys make sure that y'all go and follow Liane at Grown and Sexy Music if you are not following. And also make sure that you go and follow Mr. Lawton. I think it's at Mr. Lawton, and also at Mediamatic on Instagram. You guys make sure y'all go and follow them. Also, y'all go follow the lovely Dr. Jacqueline, and that's at Jacqueline Yvette _PR. And also make sure that you go and follow my son, J.Versez.
Hold up. I got this one. I got this one.
He's like, I wanted to save myself.
Let me plug. Man, holla if you hear me, everybody. If you want the realest and the coolest and the dopest guy in the world, subscribe to J.Versez YouTube channel. I stream there 3 times a week, and also I upload 3 times a week as well. We are talking about all different kinds of topics, the bullshit of the entertainment industry, the race swapping, all that good stuff. If you want to come and and enjoy that, things like that. Also, we are about to get ready to roll out.
Also, too, y'all make sure that y'all go and check Mr. Lawton out at Lit Podcast. They always got a bunch of amazing interviews that's going on. Y'all guys make sure that y'all tune in and go and subscribe to Lit Podcast. It's Lit Podcast, right, Pat?
Yeah, Lit Podcast. I'm sorry I had to interrupt, but Jay, you remind me so much of your daddy when you just did that. I was just like, oh my God. Oh man. I was
in closing, Liane, go with your closing remarks. Then we're gonna hit Fat, then we're gonna hit J.Versez, then we're gonna hit Jacqueline, then we're gonna hit me, and we're gonna ride out. In closing remarks.
No, I just appreciate y'all for having me. It's been fun. Everybody keep your head up. Do you. Don't worry about what nobody else is doing. Follow your intuition. Have good faith. Positive vibrations. And just know it's all good. Your life was mapped up prior to all the trials and tribulations. See, sometimes you just need to be still and listen and just let your intuition just guide you.
Also, real quick, shout out to Christina Vasquez. Thank you so much for joining us on the show. Fat, go with your closing remarks.
I just want to say shout out to the Vibe Show. Make sure y'all tune into the Vibe Show 97.9. Bam!
Yeah.
Versus.
Yeah.
Well, it's back to me again. You know what? I'll let you live with them damn reflector glasses. I was gonna fire you up too. I have them in the chamber, man. Let me have my moments.
My whole life, I always had them. I'm used to it.
Let me have my moments. Thank you, sir.
Go ahead, so we can get out of here.
Well, everybody just keep calm, stay still and be cool, and believe in yourself. Believe in yourself.
Yes,
The believe in yourself route is a long route, but the long route is the one that, is the most rewarding. Don't take no shortcuts.
for sure.
No matter how much, what I'm saying, it is worth it in the end. I know the tunnel seems long and it's dark, but trust me, there's a light at the end if you just keep putting your head down and chugging
For
along.
sure.
Also, I just want to say, music is about to be rolled out. Music is about to be rolled out, coming pretty soon. I'm gonna get with you on that, Pop. You know about that. All right, but anyway,
Yes, sir.
y'all be good. Y'all be good. Subscribe to J.Versez YouTube channel.
Dr.
That
Jacqueline.
giving you some wisdom. Don't let anyone tell you can't do something. You have the ability. You have your mind. Make sure that you take charge of your own life. Stay prayed up, and definitely, put positive energy into your life. You'll be surprised how much your outlook changes when you just have positive energy as your outlook.
For sure.
Leanne, let me hit that, Leanne. I know you're on that good Cali.
Look, I was trying to be discreet.
Yeah, I see you over there. I'm surprised Faye ain't got nothing in the air. Listen, I just want to thank y'all again. Thank all of our supporters, man. Like I just want to tell y'all that we love y'all so much for supporting everything that we do, from the Vibe all the way to Vibe One. And I think that we should continue to support one another. It's a lot of great content creators out here. It's a lot of people that's doing a lot of amazing things out here, a lot of positive energy, a lot of people putting a lot of time and energy into it. And without you guys supporting, it's basically non and void. So, I just want to just shout out to everybody that's always supporting everything that we all do as content creators. And I think that we should continue to support one another and stick together. Also, y'all make sure y'all stay prayed up no matter what. I know things be getting tough, you know what I mean? And we all going through tough times. Everybody is going through tough times financially or whatever. Don't get it twisted. Don't believe all of the images and all that stuff you see online. Everybody is going through something right now. But at the end of the day, we got to have faith. We got to stay prayed up and continue to believe in whatever higher power that you believe in or whatever. Stay in tune with your spirituality. Try to meditate and continue to be great every day. I love y'all with all of my heart. Everybody continue to be great. I love all of y'all on here. Mr. Lawton, Liane, Versus, Jacqueline. I love y'all.
Back to y'all.
It's the Vibe One.
You need a cash app game. You need a cash app game.
There you go.
Cash app. Drop that cash app, Kano. We need a cash app game.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I love y'all. It's Vibe One. Y'all check us out. Tune in next Tuesday at same time, 6 p.m. Central Standard Time, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. You never know who might pop up on here. I love y'all. We out. It's Vibe One.
Let's go. We out. Yeah. We are still live.